Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Sedona and this is Jeff. Today I'm going to be drawing Nahida from Genshin Impact, so without further ado, let's get started. Little disclaimer before I start the video. I am new to art and I'm also new to YouTube. I'm not super good at it, but I'm also kind of an idiot. Or a very big idiot. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you. Right now, I'm working on her mouth, and I didn't get to start this on video. I started at my aunt's house. So I'm so sorry that it's not the whole thing. But right now I'm working on her mouth, and I had quite a bit of trouble with it, but I'd seen somewhere that if you draw lines from the sides of her eyes down to her chin, then that would help with the mouth placement, which is what I'm doing here. And that helped me a lot, so I do end up sticking with this mouth. Yeah. So it's kind of like a little triangle that goes from her eyes to her chin, and then you draw the mouth in between that. And it helps with where it should be on her face, with all angles too. Unless you can't see the other eye, then it wouldn't really help. But I suppose then you could do from the corner of the eye that is showing to the chin, and then you could see it there. Now I'm just erasing the guidelines, and then I will clean up her mouth a little bit. I just erased the part where it's open because I figured in the way she's supposed to be right now is sort of like just relaxed, and with the mouth open she looked almost scared or sad. So now I'm working on her hair, and right now her head looks a little bit flat, but as I continue on with her hair it does look better. And so I do stop with her hair midway and I start working on her little headpiece. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It sort of reminds me of the little masks the Fatui wear. But it's sort of like a leaf, which makes sense because she's the god of Dendro. But yeah, so right now I'm just working on that, which does take up a good portion of her head. So I found that it's easier for me to do the things that would be on top of the hair before I continue in the hair. Otherwise all the lines get confusing for me. So that's why I'm working on this before I actually finish her hair. And I did run out of space on my paper, so I had to scale down the drawing a little bit. But it's okay because I figured it out at the end. There will be 7 parts of this video where I draw all the other characters. And this is a drawing of characters from Sumeru. So it's got Scara, Nahida, Lumion, Paimon, Candace, Sino, and Alhaitham. And I wish that it had Kaveh because I recently got Kaveh and I really like him. The only 5 stars I have are Diluc and Mona, so I don't have Alhaitham or anything. I also don't have Candace or Sino or Scara. But the reference that I got this idea from has Aether in it, but I decided to do Lumion because that is the traveler that I chose to play with. So that is why I chose to do Lumion. So I just took the pose that Aether was doing and I drew Lumion in that pose. Right now I'm just finishing her little headpiece. Her head looks super flat right now, and if I were to end it here, it would continue to look like this, but it does get more dimension as I go on. Now I'm working on the part that makes her head looks like it's actually round and not some oddly shaped oval head. The outside parts that's like protruding more than the simple details on the inside are going to be gold, and then on the inside it's green. And there will be a part 2 of me coloring all these characters, so stay tuned for that. Now I'm working on the rest of her hair, and Nahida has like a side ponytail but with a braid going over the crown of her head. She mostly gets covered by Al-Haytham and a little bit of Candace, but I still did her full drawing anyway. She looks a little goofy right now, but it gets better as I go on. It looks like she's wearing a hat right now. Right now I'm working on the little leaf in her hair, and this gets covered completely, same with her braids, but I still draw it. And it is super windy out, and there is a thunderstorm, so if you hear weird things, it's that. I am starting to work on her braids, and this wasn't super hard for me. I've drawn braids quite a few times before. I don't draw them super often. They're not like a hairstyle that I do a lot, but they were still relatively simple. Right now, I'm blocking in her hair part because I would have made the braids go far too long if I hadn't added it in. And right now her braids look a little bit too boxy, but I do end up fixing that. And she has a green streak in her braid, but I don't think that I'll be able to add in that color because of how much Al-Haytham covers her. And her hair isn't really showing a lot after this drawing is finished. Now I am fixing up her braids so that it's more round and like actual hair would be, instead of it being all boxy and square because hair does not form like that. Hair is soft, and if you make it too angled, then it won't look like hair. It can also be a stylistic choice, so different art styles could have different types of hair, but with my style and anime, mostly I find that the hair is softer curves, at least in Genshin Impact. But with things like Demon Slayer, the characters do have more angled hair. They don't have curves. Especially with Gyu's hair. With his ponytail, it's more like a triangle instead of like how actual hair would flow. And her head looks super big right now, but Alhaitham does cover her a lot, so it doesn't look this strange at the end. Now I'm working on her ponytail. It does cut out of the frame a little bit, and I'm so sorry for that, but I am drawing up there as well. It also does come off the page a little bit, so I do have to draw that in, and I have to imagine that it would be flowing out more if the paper was bigger. And she has kind of two strands to her ponytail. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it, but like there's like one part and then there's another part that's flowing out of it, and it will make more sense once I color it. And again, I'm sorry that I don't draw her entirely in this video. So drawing more of her headpiece. I do wish that more of her ear was showing because I don't really draw characters with elf-like ears, so I found it kind of fun, and now I'm thinking that I might incorporate it into a new OC. So comment if you would like to see me create an OC that isn't human. Now I'm just shading in the black parts of her outfit, just so that I know which parts are which when I go to color it. Now it is finished. This video was on the shorter side because it wasn't the entire drawing, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on post notifications, and I will see you next time.